Hey, what's up YouTube universe? This is Jake. Welcome to Tech Kitchen. So before we get into today's video, if this monitor review is what brought you here and you're looking for things tech related like monitors, computers, home studios, home theaters, be sure to hit that subscribe button below. Plenty of content will be coming your way soon. As for today's video, I have a friend of mine who is just getting into photography. She just bought a camera and she wants a monitor that's going to be good for photography use as well as everyday use like internet, YouTube, Netflix, things like that. She is on a budget and one of her big things was that she wants to make sure she can buy local so that she can return it if necessary. She just doesn't buy online. So with those factors in mind, let's go ahead and get into the video and see what I chose. So after walking into my local Best Buy, I stumbled across a box that didn't have a display unit and wasn't even listed on their website yet. Before we get into any specs, let's go ahead and get the unboxing out of the way first. And here are the contents of the box. On the bottom left, we have the two cables needed to make the power adapter, followed by a display port in the middle and an HDMI cable on the right. And up above, we have the different components needed to make the stand of the monitor. Now, speaking of that stand, let me show you how easy it is to plug and play, so to speak, and put this thing together to get you rolling. So we have the middle piece here and the base of the stand. It's as easy as finding the square connection to plug it into. So let's go ahead and do that now. Just that easy. And on the bottom of the base here, you'll see that there is this screw which has this nice little metal piece hanging out, which allows you to screw it in really easy, really fast, no problem, and get you going. So now that we have that taken care of, the stand is pretty much ready to connect to the back of the monitor. And as you can see on the back of the monitor, this little metal piece here has two holes in it. This is where you're going to screw in the included screws using a screwdriver to go ahead and get that connection firm and ready to go. Just as easy again as ABC, and we are ready to rock. Now, if we take a look at the back of the monitor here, we'll go ahead and dive into the rear connections. Really simple, nothing too fancy here. On the very top of the back, we have the display port connection, followed by two HDMI connections below that. There's a headphone output and the DC in, or where you plug in the power adapter. And as you can see on the left, those four screws in that box are basically what you need to connect it to a mount. And if we take a look at the side profile, you can see that the monitor is able to be tilted back a little bit and forward. I'm a little disappointed that it's not height adjustable. For photography, I really think it's important to be able to swing that monitor into portrait mode. So here you have it, the front of the monitor. So let's go ahead and get into the specs and see what this thing has going on. Now for the specs, I'm just going to read it plain and clear off of LG's website. HDR10, this is a 4K UHD HDR10 monitor. It has an HDR effect basically that increases the contrast and really makes the colors pop over just the standard setting. So that is something that's optional. I've used it with a little bit of gaming and I'll show you that towards the end of the video. It is a IPS panel with sRGB 99%, so it's great for photography if that's what you want to use it for. And as you can see here, the two HDMI connections are HDCP 2.2 compatible. So it'll work with any 4K Blu-ray player, a PS4 Pro, an Xbox One X, whatever you got. If you happen to have a gaming computer that has an AMD processor, you can take advantage of the AMD FreeSync capability that it has here, which will help to eliminate, jitter, screen tearing, things like that. Just give you an overall more pleasant gaming experience. It is 5 millisecond response time with 75 Hertz refresh rate, by the way. This thing does have on-screen control, which allows you to customize your layout. You can split the screen in many different ways. I personally wouldn't use it on a 27-inch monitor. It's more useful on an ultra-wide. And here's just a whole bunch of specs, which you can look up yourself on the website. Now, just taking a quick look here at the settings or the menu, you can see there's brightness, there's the volume. I have an audio interface, so I don't need it. Here's the inputs where you can switch back and forth between DisplayPort and HDMI, as well as the aspect ratio. I prefer original. You can play around with it if you'd like. If we go to picture mode, you'll see the various picture options. These are all the presets. You can basically scroll up and down and kind of see what works for you. You might want to look at the HDR effect preset if you're going to be using this for gaming. And if we go to picture adjust, some of these may be grayed out. It really just depends which picture mode you're using, what's going to be available to you. But you can use these to try to help fine tune the monitor to what you prefer. And if we go to game adjust, this is where you'll be able to alter the FreeSync capability. I've never had an AMD processor, so I've never used FreeSync. But if you do, then you can go here to make the different settings to enhance your gameplay. And of course, the general tab, which is just going to be the basic things that you'd probably find on most monitors. Nothing too fancy or too complicated there. So that's pretty much a rundown of the settings menu. Now, if we take a look at some photography here, these are just some pictures that I've done recently, and I'm just going to scroll through some of them just to kind of show you. I know it's kind of hard to see the exact, the details because I'm using my camera to shoot this video, but as you can see, the colors pop, everything's vibrant. The contrast is there, the sharpness is there. I know it's a little difficult to see, but I think this is a good monitor for photography. So again, you can play with the picture settings and you can find what works best for you depending on what you're going to use it for. Now, I just want to take a quick look at the gaming here. As you can see, I'm playing Horizon Zero Dawn. I connected my PS4 Pro. I love this game, by the way. This is like my #1 favorite game on the PS4 Pro. Just got done with God of War. Last of Us, I'm late on that, but I played that recently too. All great titles, and I didn't mean to get sidetracked, but I just thought it was worth mentioning. Again, you can connect your PS4 Pro, Xbox One X, as well as a gaming computer. And as you can see, I do have the HDR effect on here, and everything looks really vibrant, contrasty, colorful. It might look a little exaggerated because again, I'm using my camera to record this video versus just like an on-screen recording app. But everything is great. It's fluid. I don't see anything that sticks out to me. Now, I'm not a hardcore gamer that's going to be, very, very critical of the different specs and, needing all the extra things. But again, we're talking about a $400 to $500 monitor here, not a $1,000 monitor. In my opinion, for gaming, for photography, I think it's a great monitor all around. There you have it. This is the LG 27UK600W. I think it's a great monitor, something that you should check out and see if this is the monitor for you. Well, there you have it. So let me know what you think. Is there another monitor out there that maybe you would have recommended? Something in the same price range that you think just is a better overall value, has a better picture, and is just better for her needs? If so, let me know, drop it in the comments. If there are any questions that I didn't answer, I try to be as thorough as I can, but surely there's gonna be some things that I left out. Let me know, drop it in the comments, and I'll be sure to try to answer that as soon as possible. At the end of the day, I am gonna recommend a different monitor for her, and I will include that link as well as the link to any item featured in this video in the description below. Once again, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Plenty of content coming your way. So until then, thank you for watching, stay tuned, and have a great day.